We always look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoff. Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gamecocks ready to get this thing started and open the season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. The ball pops out on the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
A designed run for the quarterback. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Scanning the field, it's Reed. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Listen, I'm going to move this guy heavy. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Concepcion. Touchdown, Aggies! A great catch and run for 6. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Right down the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They think there's room to run to the right here. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. With the catch, it's Owens. It's a running room. He'll work his way down to the 28. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
That's reeled in. It's Kramer. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. He wants it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. To the air. It's Reed. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Leaves it with the running back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on second down. Hit as he throws. Got a man. It's Brown. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
Texas A&M 7, South Carolina 0.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. He uncorks one deep. Makes the grab deep. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his protection.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Using the quick game. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. They're working that left side. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
Just keeps slinging it. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
The Gamecocks will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. New Mexico handled its business today, and given what the week was like in Albuquerque, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the tailback. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations.
It's a seam wide open. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground. How about the wheels on this A&M quarterback channeling his inner John football?
Man, John football was as exciting as it gets, and college football took notice. The Aggies were talked about in the news all the time. They need that guy at that spot to return if they want to be a national championship contender again.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the run, it's Owens. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once
looking for the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. A fair catch called for and made. He might want another play. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Got the back over the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. They get him down with this offensive setup. 1st and goal from the 9.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Man, it's frustrating as a defense because you got to stop the run. There's a good chance they're running the football here in this situation, trying to punch it in the end zone. You're trying to go to the half with a little bit of momentum. This defense just couldn't make the play to get off the field.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quarterback keeper. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To throw, it's Reed. Here comes the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Craver. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Oh, they're after him. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Never a doubt. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Texas A&M 17, South Carolina 14.
The Aggies will boot it away to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Whoa, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, that didn't work, okay? He was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that one.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. The give to the single back. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They go to the ground. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Fires to the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. He's at the touchdown, Aggie. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes
The extra point is blocked. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets away. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Taking it the other way.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking for space, it's Moss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
To the air, it's Reed. Going downfield for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way, and you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
Possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback extends the play. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Turning it on. Wide open spaces. At the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. Once he got some room, it was over.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback keeps it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll leave it with him. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep getting...
Throws toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up.
Texas A&M 23, South Carolina 21.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Quarterback may change this route. On third down, going up top. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
He'll keep it himself. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
Absolutely. Slide. Don't take the extra punishment. Just give up on the play.
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Zings it complete to the right. There he goes! Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Under fire. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And they finally finally get to this guy, and he's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around, and I think they got used to it in the first half, and now, if they want to win this football game, they got to continue to catch that fast joker and get him on the ground.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Steps away to find some room. On the run, deep down the right side. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Throws to the wideout. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. The give as they work on that clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. What? He's loose. Turning on the Jets. He's at the top. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Coastal Carolina was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Conway. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Gets the back moving. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that one's incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Quarterback will keep it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Aggies are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Back to pass, it's Reed. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
One for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only